I'll come on, but like I'm
We're
probably
on.
knock
We're
out.
recording. We're recording.
We are.
Sorry,
Okay.
I thought we were ready. Why would we do anything right? We're
God
here.
damn it, Mike.
Brian
We
has
blame you.
Yeah, we blame me. Hold on. This is.
Oh, Mike, you brought one too. There we go. All right.
Ollie
We got
Pop,
the
healthy
drinks.
orange soda. Yeah.
And I've got my
I got
watermelon
a full
flavored
pizza
bright
here.
pink can of
Yeah.
LaCroix because
Very fruity. Very
I
appropriate.
feel like I should drink this like this, don't you? With like the pinky
with
out.
the pinky out.
You gotta be. Yeah, you gotta be.
I feel
Emily
like
Post.
just I don't. Yeah.
Like the good white woman you are.
I'm eating pizza.
What's up, guys? How you guys been?
It's
Good.
Subway Series Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah,
We'll,
so
we'll talk
we're
about that
watching this
after.
game.
We're
watching the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're all watching it. Pretty crazy. We all have thoughts, but there'll be more on that later. As of now, it's 2-2 Mets Yankees. My TV just cut out. I'm gonna blame my boyfriend's mother because I'm stealing her cable right now, like the gay white trash I am.
What?
Like the gay white trash I am. The gayest white trash.
That is kind
I'm
of
stealing
an
my boyfriend's
oxymoronic
mother's
term.
cable.
You are a walking oxymoronic term because you are gay, but you're also like kind of a dirtbag, and those two things don't usually go together, right?
You'd be
When you think of a
surprised.
gay guy, it's usually like you think of like kind of a very flamboyant guy, like a Broadway singer or a guy with
Yeah,
short
but-
shorts. Nope,
yeah, but
you're
the-
just a chubby guy who likes sports but also is into dudes.
But the dirtbags are out here. The gay dirtbags are out here.
That's right.
The sports fans that are watching and also objectifying all the players on the field or the court. Yeah, we're out there. Let's get this going. Like I said, the game is 2-2 right now. We'll talk about the Mets and Yankees later. We want to talk about the Knicks.
Yeah.
And their incredible run and them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I was fucking in it, dude. I was watching every single game of this series. I would not miss it. I would cancel plans. This was, I mean, we'll have to see how the Pacers and Knicks shake out, but this was like one of the most exciting playoff runs besides the Nuggets and the Thunder.
Yes, which just ended today as well. OKC won that.
Yeah,
So,
OKC's going. And OKC, I mean, if I hate to say it, because I want the Knicks to win the championship, but I think who's going to take it all? It's either going to be the Timberwolves. It's whoever's going to win the West. Whoever's going to win the West is going to take it all.
The West is always strong in the NBA.
Or OKC. The East is not having it. If I'm betting my house on it, the East is not having it this year. Like SGA and Anthony Edwards, like it's just.
But the games aren't played on paper, Brian. Okay, and the thing is, if a week and a half ago, we would have told people that the Knicks would absolutely prison pound the Celtics.
I was wrong.
Or you meant
I was completely
the
wrong.
The Celtics would prison pound the Knicks.
Well, no, the Knicks won. He's saying if a week ago someone said if the Knicks won, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because I said I exactly. I mean, there's a recording on this show of me saying, "Oh, the Knicks are getting swept because they're terrible."
Oh yeah,
and then they completely.
It
shows what little I know. Okay.
I mean, no. A lot of people thought that. A lot of people were like, hopefully, it would be like. A lot of people were like saying like Celtics in 5.
That's what I said.
There would be some fight that was put up. No one saw Tatum getting injured.
That's
just
unfortunate.
The most ridiculous injury ever. No one also, I don't think anyone saw the complete and utter fucking blowout that happened on Friday either. Like that was like, I mean, every game was either like the Knicks coming back or the Celtics having a considerable lead. No one, I mean, I think I could be wrong, but I saw like one stat when I was watching the game that it was like the biggest halftime, like the biggest lead that was at halftime in the playoffs that the Knicks had against the Celtics.
They were up by 30 points at some point. I mean, I've never seen
ridiculous.
That.
Ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think they just a collective depression over Tatum.
Garden energy. Jaylen Brown fouled out early in the third. I mean, Porzingis is supposed to be. He was sick or he had something going on. He wasn't 100%. No Tatum. Yeah, somebody in the radio today said if Tatum was there, they would have went to a game 7. I don't know. I don't know.
But I want to say so. Game 5 in Boston. That was the game to watch. Just not only whatever fan you were, that had like the most drama to it because first of all, Mike, you have what I sent you in terms of like Josh Hart, like
yes, Josh Hart. We can bring it up now. So Josh Hart sustained quite the injury. This is gross. I should have warned people.
Absurd. Absurd.
Hit the eyebrow.
You know, not to get political, but like it kind of reminded me of like when someone almost went pew pew to DT and in the summer and like he had that like image that like galvanized his face. That's kind of what I think happened with the Knicks with this photo.
It was an assailant.
Oh, this photo is so badass. Like, I mean, there's already a shirt. Like, there's already shirts with Josh Hart bleeding on it that I definitely want to cop because it looks awesome. But yeah, this was ridiculous because he went up for a layup and it looked like it was Corbett that hit him.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like it looked like he grazed him. I was like, does this guy have like shivs for elbows? Like what the fuck? I mean, this is such a good image because he looks like a Mortal Kombat character here. Straight up. Like it's definitely like Street Fighter vibes. So this is gonna go in like the Knick Van Hall of Fame of just Josh Hart just bleeding.
Oh, this will be in the media guide that they sell if they win the championship. You know, like the call now, your Sports Illustrated special edition Knicks championship, including this 200-page book and a special commemorative coin of Josh Hart bleeding, and it's like this in gold. You know, like, that's exactly. And people would pay $200 for it too.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that's. I don't know. Again, it depends how far they go in the finals, but this is going to be like the martyrdom image of the Knicks for however long Josh Hart's on the team for, and for however long Brunson and co. make a stretch. So, yeah.
Well,
go ahead, Mike.
I can tell you, I can see there's some blood in his armband. I don't know what he got in his jersey, but, you know, Phil was joking about get the coin. You know, when the media guy, the way card collecting is now, they would kill. They probably went to Josh like, yo, we want that armband. We're going to cut it up and put it inside a card. And, like, they'll really do something like that. That's how, like, something like this is iconic. They're like, you can get a piece of Josh Hart's bloody jersey in a card. They'll do it. Really.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they'll be like.
I want the vial of blood. I want to pay the $29.99 extra for an actual vial of blood, but I can wear it around my neck like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, he looks like a prize fighter. You know, like they get that eye gash, you know, in the fight, and they got to butterfly him up, and it was nasty.
You want to see his transfusion tests? That's what you want to see on eBay.
Yeah,
that and like the towel that he used to wipe it up.
What a picture. All right, what do we got next?
What a picture is, right?
Yeah.
So again, but also too, so there was also a little drama with Jaylen Brown and Josh Hart. There was a clip of that of them getting chippy, but here's what I think started here's what I think started the drama. And you know, make judgments on what happened. But pull up the clip, Mike, if you could.
All right, so they're playing a little deep. Oh, it's a little. He grabbed his. He honked it.
Wait, we gotta go back. You gotta run it back.
He honked it.
Just gets me excited.
Look to the right. Look to the right of the screen, folks.
He's grabbing it.
He honked it.
Oh,
he is copping that junk.
He
is taking a handful.
And you can hear the announcer. I forget if it was Mike Green or Kevin Hart saying, "You can't grab there."
Just a friendly tug. just a friendly tug from your rival and opponent. I mean, I don't know I don't know what happened here, but they got chippy with each other later. I don't know if it was because of this.
Yeah, it was right after
Josh Hart's wife went up to basically retweeted this. And just called Jaylen Brown weird. So
well, pictures started surfacing of Jaylen Brown hanging out with Diddy. So they're saying you know he's
they're saying they were going to try to traffic Josh Hart. They were going to
bring him into the the baby
That's
oil.
the code. That's the code if you want to get invited to the freak off. Like Jaylen Brown is now, like the torch is now passed from Diddy to Jaylen Brown.
That's how you invite the party.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, bro, I thought you knew. I thought you knew. That's our secret handshake. Is we grab each other's dicks on the court. That's
what about here? I got another theory. What if he was just insecure and he wanted to grab it to just see how big it was to compare. You know,
probably it could have been a.
I don't think that's the case. I think
checking for
I think there's a lot of well-endowed gentlemen in on this court. I was just going, not from experience. Just
very tall basketball players. You would think, you know.
You know what they say about guys with hands that are big enough to hold a basketball?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, big enough to hold, big enough to have gloves.
Hold the junk.
Yeah. So stupid. What am I even talking about? But yes, this is also something that I feel like is going to galvanize Knicks fans to
getting your junk grabbed.
Well, it's just you're messing with your boys, okay, but like you're in the middle of a playoff game. Yeah, I guess you're not really supposed to grab there. Hey, off the court, do whatever you want,
Hey, listen, both of these guys are invited to hang out in the village anytime. It's an open invitation.
No, and actually, on the other side of the coin is this picture, actually, is him getting his junk grabbed. So the heads is the bloody thing, and tails is him getting his nuts grabbed.
on the coin, yeah. And they don't wear any kind of cup or like baseball, you wear a cup, football, you wear a cup. Hockey, I'm sure you do.
It becomes like an iconic Celtics image, basically. of Jaylen Brown like asserting dominance over Josh Hart.
I'm not even kidding. We should put that on a T-shirt and sell it.
It's an HR violation right there, Yeah.
People would buy that. People would buy that.
No, I don't think anyone would buy that. I think I'd be the only person that would wear it, and people would not know what to do with me. Knicks and Celtic fans would be like, "Why are you wearing
this?" What if you sold it in the village? You think dudes in the village would
get it out for June?
Probably
two muscular men grabbing each other. No, okay.
Probably not. But I like the entrepreneurial spirit you're bringing, Phil. I like that the wheels are turning.
Sell the merch. Hey, June is a couple weeks. Let's Phil out there making.
We got big plans for this channel. We're not just a YouTube channel. We're going to be a merch store. Well, you have a voicemail number that we're going to be opening up pretty soon.
Again?
Yeah, I'm going to get a new one because I forgot to renew the free Google Voice chat. Anyway, that's not important. All right, what do we got next there, Brian?
Okay, so let's see. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about real quick, because it was just gruesome as fuck, was the injury that happened with Oswaldo.
Oh, man, I don't want to watch this again.
I don't know. Do you want to watch it?
I watched it already. I'll look at it.
I mean, we can if you really, really want to make me do it, but this... I watched it a couple times when it happened live, and the human leg does not bend that way. And when it does not bend back, it is scary. That's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I haven't heard of any updates with him as of recent. Too as well.
Apparently.
Obviously, I know Tatum is out for probably.
Wait, are you talking about the Oswaldo or the Tatum injury?
Well, I'm talking about both. I was saying I know I was basically I was not following what was happening with him in terms of his recovery at all. I was following just Tatum the whole time, but it was gruesome as fuck. If you don't want to watch it, we could also talk about Pete Rose thing too, because I think that's worth talking about just briefly. Because I have
we can watch it. Fuck it, we can do it. I mean, we're Nosebleeder Sports, man. We watch bloodier things in this. All right, whatever you got, Mike, play it.
I skipped ahead past the This is from the New York Post. So
are you eating during the show, Mike?
I have. I'm starving.
You piece of shit.
We are so professional.
Have you not seen me for the past 15 minutes eating?
You savage. So unprofessional.
Oh my! That leg bend.
Oof.
The fact that it that foot is it's at an angle that it should not be at. No, I saw this live, man. I mean, dude, Cabrera is such a fucking baller because you think about what happened in this play. Okay, he drove around the catcher, he doubled back, fractured his ankle, and then still managed to crawl back and slap the plate. That is a baller. Okay, in a game they were up by 5 on.
I mean, as a Mets fan, I do also have to give respect too, because he apparently, after he was in the ambulance, he asked, "Did we score?"
Yeah,
that was the one thing he cared about. So, like, yeah, respect for the competitive spirit that he had. But it was fucking gruesome. It was like gruesome. It was crazy because it was like Tatum and this happened all in the same week, and it was just like the most gruesome fucking injuries possible. I mean, Tatum was not nearly as gruesome as.
Do we have the footage of the Tatum one too, Mike?
No, I mean that looked more like a slip.
But that was not even.
It wasn't gruesome.
What's crazy about that is it didn't even look that bad. Like, he didn't run into anyone. Like, it was like he almost looked like he stepped the wrong way and just like he just went down immediately and just was. But he was like lifting his leg like up in a way that like he looked like a chicken with his head cut off. So that was kind of a little. That was a little distressing. Not nearly as distressing as this shit, dude.
I knew this was
bad. Like, went to complete
So this was. I'm trying
this
to.
Is the edited clip right here we have, and the thing is, I was watching this live. This full clip is like 12 minutes long, and the thing is, they bring out the regular like cart, the little cargo cart from the outfield, and then they realize that they're not going to be able to get him to stand up at all. So then they bring the ambulance out. So it was a multi-tiered process of this grown-ass man laying in the dirt in pain with like 30 people around him. This was a bad.
Okay,
I mean, Mike, really?
No, I'm trying to look because the way he ran into the play, he was trying to avoid the tag, and it stopped his momentum, and he like stutter steps to catch himself because he doesn't want to go past the plate. I'll skip past it, and that's how his foot got caught under him. Because now you can't run into the catcher for safety reasons, and obviously. If that rule was there or not, I don't think it would have made a difference because this was a glove reach play. But, people are a little bit more careful around the plate. He didn't want to get tagged, and he wanted to avoid the catcher and make sure to touch the plate. So, I mean, it's hard to play that position as a catcher to stay in position to tag the runner. The runner's got to run straight. They've been talking, I think, like John Boy and his people have been talking a lot about at first base, putting that they have that double bag thing in some leagues. They have like an orange base they put there just so there's less collisions, less injury.
It's a great idea. It really is. Because at first base especially, it's not like it is when you're sliding into another base where there's like a swim move. It's purely just the speed of the runner versus the speed of the throw. So I don't think it would actually affect the game at all.
Yeah, you can't stop. It's not like that's why they said they made the bases bigger too. I think they said that the other night on one of the Yankee games just to avoid people getting hurt. I feel bad for Oswaldo. He put out a great response to thanking all the fans and everybody. So I was reading it. It was really cool. I wish I could have caught up with him at Fan Fest or Pinstripe Fest when they had that. Would love to meet him. He seems like a real, fun, upbeat kid. And he's honestly, he's underappreciated. Yankee fans appreciate him, but, he doesn't get to play every day. And he's just, good energy.
He's a super utility man. He does everything but pitch. It's really rare to find guys who can play that many positions and hit above 200 in this league, and he's one of them. So
the closest thing I've seen to that as a Yankee fan was I don't know if you remember, Phil. There's a guy, Randy Velarde, played for the Yankees. He was the utility man, played every position.
Velarde, and he caught the last out for was it the perfect game or the no hitter? Was it Wells' perfect game or was it? No, because
Jim Abbott's no hitter.
I think it was Abbott's no hitter. Velarde got the last out for. Anyway, we're getting all literally inside baseball here.
I was about to say. So there's one other thing. I mean, I did want to briefly talk about the Pete Rose thing. But I do want to. I sent you another clip, Mike.
Yes,
it was the Pacers fan.
I have it.
Yeah. Can we watch that real quick and then we'll
as soon as Mike's done eating and he goes and takes a shit, maybe we can watch a little more.
Actually, no. Before we watch that, we'll just talk about Pete Rose real quick.
All right, let's go to Pete Rose. This has audio, so let's take a listen.
Sorry to call
we're all tied at one. We go back to Houston. Who's got the edge roll?
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I missed what he said. I gotta take it back.
I missed what he said too.
Yeah, what was the question?
Let's listen. Here we go. Kevin Burkhardt, Jersey Shore's own. Let's take a listen. And that's Frank Thomas, Phil. Frank Thomas.
The Astros, we're all tied at one. We go back to Houston. Who's got the edge roll?
Who's got that edge, Raul?
I'm sorry.
Looked like you saw a ghost, bro.
What were you doing? What?
He's crying here.
This is the
I'm so sorry I did that, damn
Okay.
it.
I don't know what inside baseball is going on with these guys, but
Total meltdown.
I did want to talk about Pete Rose.
Oh, laugh this hard.
Are we on TV? Hey, look at you, Pete. You're a mess. Oh.
You okay?
You got it.
All right.
Got it, okay.
You ready? Hey, can we start? Can we start the engines?
Game 3, Astros Royals. Who you got, Raul?
I think that going into
Is this like an outtakes reel?
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to keep watching this.
Going
because
into Houston.
Here's
What is happening? What has happened? What?
we don't have to.
You know, I gotta say one thing. NBA does that so much better than baseball, because baseball's tried to find the right combination of guys to do like the whole NBA on TNT thing with like Shaq and Charles Barkley and make it like a funny show and a hang.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work with A-Rod and Ortiz and all them and Frank Thomas or whoever they're going to bring out. It just
Cheater. Yeah.
it doesn't. Nothing matches the magic of Shaq taking a shit on live television. Okay.
Well, it's also just like they also have better double entendres too as
Mhm.
well. They have double entendres that are legitimately funny, where like it's just like Shaq's just like I'd like to take it to the hole, and then everyone starts laughing. But then like we said, like edge roll, it's like you have to Google what the fuck they're talking about, and they're all laughing. I don't know. But the reason I was looking for a good Pete Rose clip, maybe I'll find it next week. But obviously he's going to be in the hall. He's eligible to be in the Hall of Fame. His ban was lifted. Same with Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
And I'm of two thoughts. One, he should be in the Hall of Fame. His talent should be recognized. And two, Pete Rose was a garbage human being. He was not a good guy, like at all. So when everyone's like, it's a shame he doesn't deserve to see himself be in the Hall of Fame, I was like, he was a piece of shit. Like, he was awful.
Yeah,
What's
spent his
crazy?
money.
What's crazy is he would also like hook up with underage women, and like nobody, and he got like charged for it, and nobody talks about that. Everyone talks about his gambling. That's the reason why he's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Not that he's a potential sexual predator, but because he gambled on a few games. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Well, you know what they say, Brian? Just don't go over 21.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I regret nothing about that.
I
regret
super
nothing.
excited too. I saw the light in your eyes. As you said
there.
Well, I was sitting there and my brain is like, okay, I need like an underage joke and I need a gambling joke. And I'm like, okay, blackjack would work, right? Because it's like you can't go over a certain age.
No one under 21.
A for effort. A for effort.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you, Mike.
Now that I got it, it took me a minute, but I'm a little slow. So
no, it's good, but I was like, yeah, okay, no.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's the nosebleeders rating.
Rating.
But yeah, I don't know. So that's my personal opinion of it. Is he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but he's also a piece of shit. But if you're talented and you're a garbage person off the field,
You know, the thing is, we don't rate people based off of who they are off the field. They recently did that with like Kurt Schilling, and I disagree with that because Kurt was an amazing pitcher on the field, and I think he should be in the Hall, even though he's a like insane weirdo off the field. And if you look through the history of the Hall of Fame, there's like woman beaters and Klan members. Like there's some bad people that are in the Hall of Fame. So you really can't call just him.
Ty Cobb is bad. I mean, Mickey Mantle wasn't a saint. Babe Ruth wasn't a saint. So go ahead.
Cobb didn't even want to play on like the same field. So like players in the Negro League.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
He didn't like Italians because they had slightly less white skin tone than his. You know, he was that judge. That's how you had to be pasty white.
That's how racist he was. Where
That's
even
how
the
racist.
Italians
He
are
was
like,
committed to it.
Yeah.
There's something
He just-
about
yeah.
it. I know they're Europeans, but there's something about them. That,
He's like, look, you're either printer paper white or back to the
Or
field
you're
for
out.
you.
You
All right,
can't
that's that's the attitude of some of these fucking people.
Crazy.
But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, so that's it. That's what we gotta say. Maybe we'll find better Pete Rose clips next week.
We did a few ads last month or a few months
Yeah.
ago. Mike.
There's some. We'll look for some. There's stuff out there.
His last thing I'll say is his documentary is hilarious because, I mean, he's a pathological liar. That's one thing that the documentary, even that's the problem. Even if he didn't bet on games, which there's no proof that he or even if he didn't fix games, which I don't believe there's any evidence that he ever fixed a game or threw a game. But he's such a pathological liar that it's hard to believe him. Even if he's telling the truth, he lies about so much other shit that doesn't need to be lied about. So it's just hilarious where he was just telling a story about his father, and then they cut to someone else who is his biographer. Yeah, that never happened whatsoever. That's what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is Pete Rose talking about? Anyway, so this is because we started off Nosebleeders as a platform that celebrated violence in sports, essentially. We have a clip of after the Knicks won Game 6. We have a clip of a Pacers fan, a ballsy Pacers fan, coming through Madison Square Garden. Mike, play the clip.
Hello? Oh, there's a garbage bag. Okay.
Yeah. So she's trying to save the day.
And then they all chase him.
Yo. Nah.
Go back a little bit.
That
Mike.
looks like
Go
The
to the
Walking
clip.
Dead. Like he's being chased by zombies.
So this was from guys.
Very drunk zombies.
Yeah, this
Very
is from
intoxicated zombies.
this video was by @okay bro. I just want to give him credit from Twitter.
Watch, boom.
The garbage bag. He gets hit with a garbage bag.
He gets hit with two.
He's like, come on.
And then at first he's like, okay. And then he starts to get pissed off. He goes from shocked and tries to laugh it off to angry to scared.
Yeah.
All in the matter of 10 seconds.
The woman, there was more to that clip where once she found out he said something or did something, she's like, all right, never mind. Okay, cool. She was like, no, don't hurt him. And then she's like, oh, he sucks. Okay, all right.
yeah. She's just like, wait a minute, he's not wearing a Celtics jersey, and it's like, yeah, but they're playing the Pacers in the next series, and she's like,
yeah.
Okay, carry on with your assault and battery.
I don't understand the motivation behind him doing this. Did he think that everyone was going to be like, hey, bro, see you in the next round, and high-five him? What do you think is going to happen in New York City?
And
really
again, of course, there are people on social media being like, this is disgusting behavior. This is why I'll never come to New York. Which, first of all, have you ever been to Philly? Have you ever been to Boston?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Baltimore? This is
nothing.
nothing, of course. I have to say, all jokes aside, while I don't, obviously, I don't condone violence.
No.
I would never do this to anybody or participate with this.
Yeah.
But, I'm kind of proud that, New York has, a national sports pride again, because I felt like they lost it for so long. It became a city of transplants, especially before COVID. To see this energy where it's nah, you're repping the wrong shit. And if you rep the wrong shit, you're gonna get clowned. I mean, hopefully not beaten into a coma, clowned. But trash is gonna get thrown on you.
Brian, you make a good point. And the reason why you do is because if you go to Boston wearing Knicks gear or Yankees gear, literally everyone that you walk by is going to call you the F word, the slur one, or they're going to give you the finger or whatever the case may be. Here in New York, I've noticed you can walk around in a Patriots jersey or a Red Sox hat and no one cares. You know?
But I think that was especially true before COVID, when there was but I think after COVID, there was kind of a switch where a lot of people that there were people that stayed here that were angry, or sports, real New York sports fans were coming back into the fold, and I think we're seeing that now. So
Also, too, you think about it. The teams have also been really good because didn't the Rangers go to the Cup like 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And the Yankees went to the World Series last year. The Mets almost went to the World Series last year. The Knicks have a shot at the finals. Like we're in an era of like pretty darn good teams in this city. So I think that amps it up a little bit too.
The Liberty
won the whole thing. Exactly. Yeah.
They just got their rings.
And the Giants and Jets also participated in the NFL draft. Anyway,
and listen, I mean, like, and even like there's also softening of just other sports cities. Like as diehard as Boston is, so there is a place I believe called like White Bull Tavern, which is a bar that's dedicated to the Philadelphia Eagles. Like it's an Eagles bar in Boston. That's kind of like its MO and like just like the attraction. But like I feel like for the most part,
don't hate each other, do they? Really? I mean, I guess in hockey they.
Well, like, I mean, you could never have like a Yankees bar in Boston. Like that would be insane.
No.
Like,
there's been several Boston bars in New York. I mean, New York's unique because there's so many transplants from every other city.
There's a bar that's dedicated to, or there was, I believe, before COVID, there was a bar dedicated to the Steelers on like the Upper East Side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? I kept saying, like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, if this was in Philadelphia, well, maybe not the Steelers, but if there was like, I don't know, like a Bengals bar in like Philadelphia, the Savages of Philadelphia would take the time from eating.
They would burn it to the ground
down into that place. Like if a Ravens bar just showed up on the corner of Philadelphia, they'd be like, "The fuck is this shit?" So yeah, I don't know. As much as I hope this guy isn't internally bleeding, I am glad to see that New York will clown motherfuckers.
Well, and this isn't like true violence because if you're not being hit with a baseball bat or a crowbar, it's a garbage bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, what's the most dangerous thing in a garbage bag in Midtown Manhattan? Like a full big gulp that some fat Midwestern tourist just threw half of it away.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the one one context where the phrase "What were you wearing?" actually makes sense.
Yeah. So there's something
like you could get away with the "What were you wearing?" excuse in this context. Though.
I mean, he was asking for it, I guess.
There's something wet in that bag. You see some kind of liquid shoot out. It looks like a soft bag the way it lands, and then he looks like he gets hit. It looks like there was like a pillow in that.
It looked like a pillow, but it's just another garbage bag.
Memory foam.
I mean, that dude with he's either got a do-rag or whatever. He picked up the second one.
Oh yeah. He went nuts on. And the thing is, Phil, to your point earlier, or Brian's point about how you see some fan pride. Last year we had the Dodgers fans show up with a police escort so they can march down the street and have their Dodger parade on the way to a Yankee game. And I'm like, you did that in the Bronx, in New York?
Yeah, no one stabbed you? Like, yeah, that's
And as much as I don't want violence, there is a part of me that would have wished somebody said, "Hey, not around here. Get the fuck out of here." So
yeah, I mean, just for legal reasons, we don't condone that you go out and do it.
Do not exact violence on anybody.
Do not do this to another human being for simply wearing a different sports jersey than you. But it's kind of hilarious to watch.
The little devil on your shoulder is kind of like, get out. What are you gonna do? So
we got to do more fan fights on this show because this was very entertaining.
I agree. Fan fights are probably going to be because fan fights get the blood boiling.
Oh,
fan fights get the blood boiling more than athlete fights because, like, when you see like bench clearing brawls, you're like, okay, like there'll never be a situation where I will fight someone like Bryce Harper. And if I do fight someone like Bryce Harper, that's a bad day because he's a brawler. Like you'll never want to fight
the circumstances that led to that, Brian.
Yeah,
it was
but like you could see yourself fighting a guy with a double chin sitting right next to you, talking shit about your team.
Yeah, no, I could see myself grabbing his stupid Miller Lite tall boy and pouring it on him and calling him a bitch. Okay, like I could absolutely see myself doing that.
So fan fights get the blood boiling even more than athlete fights. Although we don't condone violence. We don't.
We do not. What are your picks?
But if you're going to do it, make sure you get a good like angle to tape it at so we can watch it on the show.
Exactly. Always be filming content. think content, people. Okay,
Always be filming. Filming is for closers.
filming is for closers.
All right.
That's
what
it
do you?
for
Wait a minute.
me
Before we
unless-
go,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go
before
ahead.
we go, what are your picks? Knicks Pacers. I'm going to say Knicks in 6 again.
I was. Oh, sorry.
Very
go ahead.
optimistic. Go ahead, Phil.
Oh, I don't know basketball enough to do this, but I think Indiana's pretty good. So I'm gonna go. Let's go Knicks in 7. Let's make it like a
Okay.
really dramatic series. I was very wrong about the last series, so I'm gonna be wrong about this one too.
I'm gonna say Knicks in 7, but it can go either way. Like this team is very. I think these teams are very evenly matched.
Yeah.
With OKC and the Timberwolves, I have no idea. But that's also probably going to be evenly matched. But I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to watch. It's interesting, and not to get too much into it, but like the Cavs and the Celtics, first and second place the whole season.
They're out. Yeah.
Gone. So it's like the next middle tier of teams, basically the third and I'm pretty sure the Pacers were in 4th place most of the season too. The Knicks were definitely in 3rd place like all of the season.
I think
Pretty
you're right about that.
But like, I just think they're evenly matched, and I don't know. It'd be pretty fucking cool to see the Knicks in the finals. So let's manifest it.
Yeah, and either way, whoever wins in the West, if the Knicks go, they're gonna face either their former teammates, either Hardenstein in OKC, or Julius Randle, Enzo in Minnesota. So there's going to be a storyline. It's going to be fun. So let's hope.
That's going to be dope either way. All right, you guys. Mike, I'll talk to you in like an hour or so. And Brian,
let's
have a
go
magical
Mets.
evening.
Indeed. All right. We'll see you then.